This video is brought to you by AztecaSoccer.com, your one-stop shop for all the latest and greatest soccer gear. Be sure to use coupon code SR4U at checkout to receive 10% off any order of $75 or more.
Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you my review plus on-feet video of the Nike Mercurial Superfly 4 in the latest liquid chrome pack colorway, which consists of urban lilac, black, white, and bright mango. Now inside the box, they do include a string bag to go along with the shoes themselves. The string bag is black in color with black strings, features a white Nike swoosh on one side, and your white Nike football branding on the other. Other than that, all you're going to find inside the box, as you guys can see, are the shoes themselves. So I'll get these guys out of the box really quickly, and we'll take a closer look at this very unique colorway of the Nike Mercurial Superfly 4. Now in today's video, we are of course going to take a closer detailed look at the colorway itself. We're going to talk tech specs, we're going to go over the performance features, we're going to take a look at the weight of the Superfly 4, as well as talk about how these things fit and feel on feet. So if you are interested in learning more about the liquid chrome Superfly 4, please stick around and watch the entire video. If you guys are interested in a pair of these for yourself, as soon as links are available, I will have them posted on the review page of my website, which is the very first link down below in the description of this video. So on that page, as soon as links are available, there will be buy it now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes where you'll be able to pick up this particular colorway of the Superfly 4 below its normal $275 retail price. So again, if you're interested in a pair, first link down below, go ahead and check it out. And with that being said, let's get right into the review. To start things off, let's take a closer look at the colorway. Now, of course, this being part of the liquid chrome pack, you get a chrome/metallic finish to the majority of the upper. The main color here is what they're calling urban lilac, lilac being a lighter shade of purple, but of course it does have that chrome or metallic finish to it that looks really good in person. I'm generally not a fan of kind of more feminine colors, which this is to a certain extent, but that light purple with the chrome effect to it just looks absolutely fantastic in my opinion. I really like how these things look, but let me know your opinions on them down below in the comment section. So because it is chrome, obviously it is going to be fairly flashy, but at the same time, it's not as bright as like a solid Volt Yellow or a solid pink shoe, which we have seen from the Mercurial line in the past. So yes, they're flashy, but they're certainly not over the top, at least in my opinion. And one thing to note as well in regarding to the entire liquid chrome pack is the actual chrome or shiny finish to it is not going to wear off like we've seen from the glitter CR7 colorways from the Mercurial lineup. So just keep that in mind. You're also going to find that urban lilac color, obviously not chrome though, in the form of all the exposed Flyknit, which also features a combination of black, and then the mid layer, when it stretches out, is actually orange or bright mango, which you can see here on the side of the ankle, as well as across the top of the foot. So that's a cool little extra detail. You're going to find that the Nike swoosh on the front is matte black with a white outline. Same thing with the swoosh on the backside. You're going to find black laces on the shoe, a black ring across the top of the collar, the Mercurial branding in bright mango orange going across the back of the collar, and then the sole plate is black carbon fiber with urban lilac and bright mango studs at the tip. So very cool looking colorway, definitely very unique. I've never seen anything like it before, but let me know your opinions on it down below in the comment section. Do you like how these look? Why or why not? And with that being said, let's move on to the tech specs so we can learn a little bit more about the overall performance. As far as performance is concerned, the Nike Mercurial Superfly 4 is a very proven shoe at this point. If you're interested, there's a playtest as well as a traction test video on my channel. I'll leave annotations to both of those videos on screen if you want to go ahead and check them out just to see these things in action. But for the sake of this video, we're going to run down all the different tech specs and basically talk about the general performance and feel of the Superfly 4. So this is a popular shoe for a couple different reasons. The main reason why you would buy a Superfly 4 in the first place is for the Flyknit construction and of course the mid-cut design. So the entire upper is made from a knitted material that Nike calls Flyknit. It's more structured in all the parts here that are covered in this liquid chrome color, urban lilac, with the Nike skin covering. That's where you're going to find that the material doesn't have much stretch to it at all, but it still is flexible and soft as you'd expect from a knitted material. So while it's soft, flexible, and quite thin, it doesn't lack structure. The structure comes from one, the knitting pattern being a little bit tighter on this part of the upper. There's also internal support cage that I can't actually show you, fused to the inside of the upper. And then you also have the implementation of Brio cables, which are these cables that run from the base of the sole into the lacing system. So when you tie the laces tight, those cables are pulled on, and it really does a good job of locking your foot in place and not allowing it to slide around on the inside of the shoe. So in terms of responsiveness, despite this upper being very thin, very flexible, and very comfortable once broken in, it's extremely responsive in that there's next to no rollover from this shoe whatsoever, which is really, really good. As far as touch is concerned, because it is quite thin, you're going to get more of a barefoot feel on the ball. It's not quite as thin as what you're going to get from the Mercurial Vapor 10, and because of the knitted material, there's a very, very, very slight padded sensation when making contact with the ball. The upper is covered in Nike skin as well, so it's not overly slick, but it definitely isn't grippy either. And then ACC All Condition Control acts as a feature as well. You're going to get that on all the top-end Nike models, allowing for slightly better grip on the ball in wet weather playing conditions. Another thing that's great about this model and all the mid-cut models from Nike, or the Magista Obra, the other Flyknit model, is that because of this construction process, there's no overlapping material. It's completely one piece, so you get a very consistent touch across the entire foot. Laces run through the middle, as you guys can see, and then across the top of the foot as well as the collar, you're going to find that the Flyknit is exposed, not covered in Nike skin, and it's a different type of knit. It's all elasticated, so there's no real structure to it. It's there more to allow you to get your foot inside really nicely. You're going to find that when you put your foot inside the shoe, the middle part stretches a little bit, and then it goes back to its original shape, kind of hugging your foot really nicely, even prior to tying the laces tight. And then when you pull the laces tight, it pulls on the sides of the upper as well as the brio cable and locks everything in place. So that's what allows for the responsive yet kind of soft, flexible, sock-like sensation that this shoe provides. So the collar, mid-cut design, looks very cool. Offers a different type of fit and feel in the heel area of the shoe, but doesn't actually offer any performance benefits. There's no structure here, there's no support, there's no real added protection other than just a thin layer of extra material covering your ankle. There's no restrictiveness to it. It's there to provide a certain type of feel when you put this shoe on. It feels like the shoe is flowing from your ankle onto your foot as opposed to something being strapped to your foot. It's not better or worse than a mid-cut shoe, it just feels a little bit different. That's the only thing you have to really keep in mind if you were thinking about a mid-cut shoe, because like I said, there's no performance benefit to the mid-cut design whatsoever. Internal plastic heel counter, as you would expect. The inside heel liner is a smooth synthetic leather with some padding back there, but we'll talk about the fit in the heel a little bit later in the video. The insole, fully removable, mesh liner on top, perforations throughout. It's just a single layer of this gray foam. Nothing too fancy, but it does get the job done. And then moving on to the sole plate and stud pattern, it does feature a carbon fiber sole plate that is quite thin, but because it's carbon fiber, it's well reinforced enough to where stud pressure is not an issue. And you also get really good flexibility in the forefoot and good structure and rigidity running through the midfoot. So it's a really, really good sole plate overall. As far as the stud pattern is concerned, this of course is the firm ground variation, and on firm natural grass, the traction you get from this shoe is very, very good and very aggressive. If you want that really kind of good bite when pushing off in pretty much any direction, a shoe that is really geared towards making quick changes of direction, not only in terms of the amount of bite you get from the stud pattern, but also the tight, responsive feel that it provides. That's kind of what the Mercurial line is all about. So if that's the type of feel and performance features that you're looking for, you're not going to have any issues whatsoever in regards to the traction and stud pattern performance of the Nike Mercurial Superfly 4 or the Mercurial line in general. So that is pretty much it in terms of tech specs and performance features for the Superfly 4. It's a popular shoe for good reason because it actually does perform the part and it looks the part too. So with that being said, let's move on next to a quick weigh-in so we can see how lightweight these guys are. In terms of weight, the Superfly 4 is nice and light. So for the sake of this video, we're going to take a look at the actual weight by weighing them in real time using this scale. Keep in mind this is a brand new pair in a size 9 US. We're going to throw them on the scale and you can see that they weigh in at 7.1 ounces. The equivalent of 202 grams. So as far as weight goes, they feel very lightweight both in hand as well as on feet. This is not the lightest Mercurial model. The Vapor 10 as well as the Veloce 2 actually are a little bit lighter than the Superfly 4, almost by a full ounce. So again, if you want the lightest possible Mercurial experience, those two models are a little bit lighter, but the Superfly 4 certainly does not feel heavy on your feet right at the 7-ounce mark because of how well this shoe fits and just the comfort that you get once the shoes are broken in from that Flyknit upper and its mid-cut design. They feel pretty much weightless. So again, if you're looking for that ultra thin, ultra responsive, very lightweight feel from your soccer shoes, you're not going to have any issues with the feel of the Superfly 4. Alright, so here is a look at the liquid chrome Superfly 4s on feet. On my left foot, I have the stock black laces that come with the shoes, and on my right foot, I have a pair of Orange Punch reflective SR4U replacement laces. If you're interested in a pair of replacement laces for yourself, the website to go to is www.sr4ulaces.com. You find a direct link to that website down below in the description of this video. Now, in terms of how these things fit and feel on feet, if you haven't worn a mid-cut shoe from Nike before, they will feel a little bit strange at first, so it's really important that you take things slow as far as breaking them in is concerned. Because if you break them in by wearing them straight into a game or wearing them straight into a shooting session, you're going to have issues with blisters. So again, take things slow. As soon as you feel a little bit of discomfort, which is mostly going to happen in the heel area, at least that's the case for most people who wear these things, just take them off, give it a break, and then just try again the next practice or next training session. Again, just break them in really, really slowly, really lightly until you can wear them very comfortably for 2 to 3 hours at a time with no issues whatsoever. And again, once they're broken in, you're unlikely to have any discomfort problems. As far as the fit of the shoe is concerned, they fit really well because of the Flyknit one-piece design. They feel sock-like on your feet, especially once they are broken in. It's flexible, it's thin, and it just fits really, really well. There's no extra space on the inside of the shoe. Being that this is a Mercurial, it does have a tighter fit. So if you have really wide feet, probably not the best option for you. And as far as stretching is concerned, these really don't stretch much at all, mainly because you have those Brio cables, which are not going to give, especially when you pull the laces tight. And as far as sizing is concerned, I'm wearing my usual size 9 US here, and the fit and the length is absolutely perfect. So if you are looking to order a pair of these for yourself, I would strongly recommend going true to size in order to achieve the best possible fit. Alright guys, that is it for my review of the Liquid Chrome Nike Mercurial Superfly 4. If you guys are interested in any more info on this shoe, be sure to check out the review page on my website. That'll be the very first link down below in the description of this video. On that page, you'll find a detailed written review. You'll find high quality images of this exact pair that I took myself, as well as buy it now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes, where you'll be able to pick these guys up below their normal $275 retail price. So again, if you're interested in a pair, first link down below, go ahead and check it out. If you have any questions at all regarding this particular pair of Superflies, leave them down below in the comment section, and I definitely will get an answer out to you. If you enjoyed today's video, found it helpful and informative, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all my social media information down below in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, thanks for watching.